At this point, I've been able to build up 3 Instagram accounts to over 60,000 followers, and all of them are generating 6 to 7 figures in revenue each year. And I've noticed that when I look at clients' accounts and do those audits, there are certain things that are missing when it comes to my students' Instagram game until they start working with me and learning about that. And I thought, how cool would it be for me to share with you exactly what you need to do to up level, to crush it, to monetize your Instagram account? That's what we're going to cover today. Let's dive in. Hey, Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in live to talk to you about what's missing when it comes to your Instagram game. As you know, I'm super passionate about Instagram. It's made a huge difference in our business, our company, with my brand. But most importantly, I can see that short form video is the number one way that people are getting in front of new followers, in front of a new audience. It's an organic way to be able to grow your online presence, get leads, and most importantly, close those sales. So we're going to talk about what's missing. I have 3 big areas that I want you to focus on, and I'm going to tell you what to do about it. Don't worry. But these 3 areas are where you are going to really want to focus on when it comes to your Instagram game. So this is what I'm going to do. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Love Facebook. I'm dual streaming on Facebook and Instagram, and I don't know what Facebook's doing these days, but they really need to get it together. Instagram, you're doing a much better job of sharing this out with more people. All right. So I want you to just share this if you're on Facebook. And I want to know in the comments, what would you say is the best way to describe your current Instagram game? So would you say your Instagram game is lacking? So you're just not present on the app. You know you need to do it, but it's just one of those things that you keep putting off, right? You know what I'm talking about? Or is Instagram so for you? So you have a presence, you're doing some reels, you have some content going with Instagram. Maybe you're getting a few leads from it, a little bit of business. Okay. So Instagram is more so for you. Or is Instagram a key strategy in your business? Do you love Instagram? Is it an integral part of how you're showing up with your brand and your business, how you're getting in front of new people, how you're able to get leads on autopilot and just really crush your brand and your business? Let me know when it comes to Instagram where you fall with that. Okay. Let me know. And you're not alone, Heidi, for sure. Oh, you say Heidi, it's Tiff. I don't know if it's Heidi or Tiff. Need to be more diligent about scheduling. I actually have a really cool scheduling tool. Well, it's actually not a scheduling tool. It's a way to map out your content that I'm going to be revealing shortly, actually, in the next week or 2 here. And I custom built it. So I think you'll really like that a lot. All right. So let me know in the comments, how's your Instagram game? Where are you at with that? Let's talk a little bit about that. By default, Facebook is often, especially for our audience, the comfort zone. Yeah, you're not alone. People default to Facebook. And sometimes I love Facebook and sometimes I don't love Facebook. It's also our number one source of revenue. And the key piece for us is the community building on Facebook. That's key for our audience, our goal diggers. We have found our Facebook groups have like 60,000 members in them. Like it's been huge for us. Oh, it's Tiff. Oh, hey, Tiff, what's up? No worries. So I will tell you though that Instagram is about 25-30% of our revenue. And we have a multi-million-dollar coaching company. So it's not small change. You know, it's definitely an opportunity for people. But I also really want to stress that and emphasize that I'm seeing people grow with Instagram and getting in front of new people that you wouldn't necessarily get in front of on Facebook. Okay, so the organic growth and getting new followers and new people in your funnel, it's a little easier on Instagram to do that because it's so heavy with that short form video. And the cool thing is what you learn for Instagram can apply to other platforms. So you can go repurpose and all the things. Okay, so as you guys are popping on, just let me know what your Instagram game is right now. Lacking, 0, nothing. Is it so? You're kind of on there, you're getting a little something from it, or are you crushing it? Like it's awesome, you love it, it's a huge part of your business, okay? So here are 3 areas of opportunity for you that I see with all of the coaching that we do and all the students that we work with. Number 1, first problem, the thing that's missing for you, and this will be part of your homework. Number 1 is that there is no overall brand strategy, okay? So put me in the comments if you're like, oh man, she hit the nail on the head. There isn't an overall brand strategy. So an overall brand strategy would be, where you have your personal brand is what I teach of how to monetize. You have your personal brand figured out. It's dialed in. Who you are, who you work with, how you help those people. Right away, when they come to your Instagram account, they know what you're all about. They immediately know she's for me. She can help me. They're reading your bio and they're clicking through, right? Whether you use Stanster like we do or whatever you use, they're clicking through, they're putting their info in to get your freebie. They're suddenly on your email list. They're in your world. Okay, so if you have your brand dialed in, can that happen for you? It can, absolutely 1,000%, because it's happening to people on Instagram every single day. So why not you? Any niche, any industry, anything you can think of, it can absolutely happen for you, okay? So the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out your overall brand strategy, okay? I always say who you are, who you help, and how you help those people, okay? That's what you need to figure out, because otherwise you're just going to be randomly posting. There's going to be no method to your madness, and you're just going to find the whole thing kind of frustrating, okay? So that's number one. Number two is lack of clarity in your content. So this is the second thing I see is the lack of clarity in the content. So it's not really clear on the strategy with your content. Like you're confused on what to even be doing for your content. So you know you should be doing reels. You know that there's a thing called carousels. You've got static posts with your photos from your last photo shoot maybe, but you don't actually know what the content should be. And when you are posting and you're doing your reels and your carousels and all the things, I'm so glad you love my book. Thank you. We actually, Allison and I are recording, we're a few chapters away from the next book, Save the Date, releasing on August 8th. It's my 8th book. So stay tuned. So with your content, when you go to write your hook, you're creating the actual reel or the carousel. You've got the little nuggets in there. You have the caption written. You've got the call to action for people to drop a keyword to take that next step with you. You don't have that figured out. There's like no rhyme or reason. You're just like scrolling and you see somebody else's reel and you're like, that's a good reel. I'm going to do that same thing, right? And you just feel like you're grasping at straws a little bit. Put me if that's you and you can relate to that. I see this all the time. When we have lack of clarity, not only do we struggle with creating content because we're just like, well, I don't even know what I'm doing. There's no direction here. What's the point? Like we don't have that buy-in. Our people don't get it. Our audience doesn't get it. So I have this client I'm working with. So one of the things we recently did an internal offer. It's not public. Anyways, we're building out a mega funnel for one of our clients where basically the funnel will pay for the ads. So we're just going to basically like crush this. Okay. So we're building it out. I have had to clarify with her so many times with the different steps in the funnel, the different offers, what she's providing me, the different assets that I'm like, dude, if I don't understand what the heck you're talking about, nobody's going to buy from you. Nobody's going to understand. And she's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I see how this is confusing. She's like, I'm confusing myself. And luckily, the way I coach people, it's not to crush them and destroy them, it's to help them get better. She's getting it. She's like, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, this is what I meant. This is what this is. If you are crystal clear on your content and what the person's supposed to do with it, they are not going to take the next step with you. Okay, we have 3 Instagram accounts. We have the Goal Digger Girl, Fempreneur Wealth, and then Faceless and Passive. That's our Faceless account. Go look at them, all of them, every single one of them. Consistent views on all of them. Also, look at the comments. You'll see comments of people saying the keyword, whatever it is that we're prompting them to give them that next step. Okay, my personal profile on Facebook, scroll through my reels there. You'll see comment, because we're clear with our content strategy. We know what we want people to get from it. We know what to offer them, how to create value, and to offer high value free content, low ticket paid offers and things like that. So you want that clarity, because if you don't have the clarity, I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. People are just going to be confused on what the heck you're talking about. Okay. So I'll give you the third tip in a second. I also wanted to interrupt this broadcast to give you an important reminder. If you didn't know, we actually just opened up our mega course called Instabrand. If you haven't taken Instabrand yet, just put Instagram in the comments and we'll know that you want to take a look at the course. It's called Instagram. It's a mega course I created on Instagram specifically. There's over 60 videos in there. You get a workbook in the mail. You get a beautiful Trello board to track all your progress, all your action steps. There's a chat so you can ask questions. There's over 1,000 templates in there that you can use for your stories and your reels and all the things. There are some bonuses in there so you can really crush things like your using ChatGPT, ManyChat, Stand Store. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Your personal brand. Yeah. And then Allison, I see some people asking on Instagram, can you have someone go over there and take a screenshot just so we don't lose who wants to check out the course? So this course, it's the best course I've ever created. Not to toot my own horn, but I've created 130 courses. We can see it in Teachable. That's a lot of courses. This is my best one. Okay. So if you've taken Instagram before, by the way, the principles will apply to Facebook for short form video and TikTok, but it's all specifically Instagram. And I literally screen share with my phone and show you how to make reels, different kinds of reels. It's very tactical, hands-on. That's what I'm known for. But we're going to get you really crystal clear on your brand and your niche and all the things that you need. So definitely take the course. And then for those of you that have already taken the course or want to do this as well, which I recommend, never offered this before. I've been teaching Instagram since 2018, never offered this. I'm offering a 90-day boot camp with me. And the 90-day boot camp, when you go to look at the Instabrand course, you'll see Instabrand Platinum. That also includes the 90-day boot camp. You'll see it on there when you go to register. And you're going to get weekly calls with me starting tomorrow. Everything's recorded for 90 days. You can't hide if you do the boot camp with me. But most importantly, we're going to hands-on work together. So I'm going to be guiding you through your niche, through your avatar work, through your brand, your content strategy, how to get leads, how to actually close those sales, kind of all the important pieces. Remember, guys, we're not doing this for likes and views and vanity metrics. We're doing this to build businesses through our phones. That's what I'm all about. If you want to monetize your brand on social, I'm your girl. Okay. So take advantage of this time with me because I've never offered this before and I don't know if I will again. Hey, Kimberly Olson here. I wanted to interrupt this really quickly to tell you something coming up that's super important and awesome and you want to be a part of it. It's my multiple streams to multi-millions workshop. I'm going to teach you how I've built up to almost 30 streams of income. Almost all of them are online. And being able to tap into this intel, I'm going to give you a workbook for the workshop. I'm going to give you my guide, the ultimate guide to nailing your niche on social media, and the Lazy Girl's Guide to Making Bank, which has my favorite 50 ways to make money on social media. Like, this is jam-packed. So click the link below to register and I will see you there. The final thing you want to do to think about what might be missing in your Instagram game. This is important. Oh, by the way, just drop boot camp in the comments if you want to do the boot camp. I forgot to mention that. If you've already done Instabrand, just put boot camp in the comments and we'll get you the registration for that. If you've already bought Instabrand, you can also buy the boot camp separately. Okay. Third thing that you might be missing, is not having a flow from lead to sale. Okay, I'm going to say that again because I know it's a little bit sounds marketing-ish. You have to have, in my opinion, when you start to think about the way that people are going to interact with your account, you want to be thinking about what's the flow for that person, okay? So if you have some content you're putting out there, what do you want them to do next? And when you get those leads, and so we have ManyChat set up on a couple of our accounts. So somebody might be having a conversation in the DMs, or you might be talking to them in the DMs. You're going to qualify those people, but what do we want them to do? How are we taking those leads and closing those sales? We don't want to just have people opt into a freebie and now they're on our email list. We need an offer at the back end of that. Even if it's a low ticket offer, we need some kind of offer because people are signing up for your free offer, your freebie, because they're digging your content. They're liking your stuff. And if you don't have that figured out, you're just getting some leads on your email list. We all know the truth. How many open them? Not very many, right? And then they just kind of drop off. You don't want that. You want them doing business with you immediately. Okay. So with your whole entire flow, you want to have the strategy mapped out from the lead flowing into the sale. Okay. So what is the process for that? What does that look like start to finish? Kind of map that out for yourself. Okay. Now, as you grow, you're going to have more things you're offering. But when you're new, I always say you want to have one good freebie, one good low ticket, maybe a mid-ticket offer. We have obviously a variety here. We teach our students and we give them some resources that they can use to sell. Okay. But for yourself, you really want to be thinking about how do you have that set up? Okay. Does that make sense? So I'll pop on, or I'll stay on for one more minute or two. If you guys have any questions specifically on what I just shared with you guys, I meant to drink my green juice before this and I totally forgot. So our girls, how old were your girls? For those of you that have girls or boys, I should say, how old were your kiddos when you sent them off to summer camp? Overnight camp is the distinctive phrase here. How old were your kids when you sent them off to overnight camp for the first time? I guess like with a family member could count too, but I'm really curious about camp because I feel like that's a little bit different than a relative. Let me know in the comments. So we dropped the girls off yesterday and I was like getting so nervous, especially for Elise because she's 8. So Addison's like social butterfly. She's like me. Like, you know, if you go to the grocery store, I don't really go to the grocery store, but I used to. But if you like go somewhere, she's like knows everybody's like kids' names and their favorite hobbies before she leaves the building. You know, she's like so outgoing and just loves people and adventures and excitement. Like surprisingly, she's very like, she loves roller coasters and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know where she got that from. It's from my husband because he jumped out of a plane one time. Elise is not like that. Elise is more reserved. Elise is going to watch people for a bit. It's almost like she's assessing them and trying to figure it out. Right. And she, I don't know. I was just like getting nervous thinking about her and it's like so remote. Like you can't like FaceTime them. Like there's not even cell service. So we dropped them off yesterday, picking them up Saturday morning. And they were like, Mom, you better wear sunglasses because they knew I was going to be like waterworks. So we were checking them in, really organized place, beautiful out in the hill country. And I'm like feeling it coming on a little bit. And I was like, no, just like get them in their little rooms. And then, you know, you can let the waterworks flow. So we checked them in, we take them in their little cabins. I was with Elise. Addison's like trying to hug us and like run away right away. I'm just like, what is happening? So Elise gets her little suitcase situated, her bunk. Well, we found her cubby. She's like, oh, should I get my towel? She's all excited. She goes and gets her towel. She comes back and then she's like, okay. And I'm like, what do you mean? Okay. Like, I thought she was going to be like sad. I thought it would be like lots of hugs or, hey, can you like stay and like show it? Like, can we look around together? I don't know what I was thinking. And then it was done. Like we took a quick picture of them and we left. And I didn't have waterworks. And I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? It was like really weird. I don't know if you've ever had any experiences like that, but I was like, you know what? I guess that's good that we were able to drop them off and they're okay going off and doing this experience and this adventure. And I don't even know. For those of you that are empty nesters and send your kids off to college, I don't even know. But I'm definitely going to take it in this week just to have some extra time and it's going to be fun. It's been so long. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm excited to actually cry mess. I'm excited to be able to get some extra things in that normally maybe wouldn't get done. But I also am one of those people that right away, my brain's filling up all the space, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this and this and this. So some really cool stuff that we're planning out and that we're going to be launching. So just so you guys know what we do here at Gold Diggers, we actually plan out for a year. We do our launches for a year, but then we plan out quarterly what our specific launches are going to be, what we're going to be doing. Practice for empty nesting. We actually plan out what we're doing each quarter and we have all of Q3. What are we on? We're almost done with Q2, which is crazy. Q3 all planned out and I have to toot our own horn. What we're producing and creating behind the scenes for you guys to give you the tools and the resources and the templates and the plug and play and the roadmaps to be able to crush your businesses is just the best work we've ever done. So we are working feverishly behind the scenes to get all that in order. But if anything's not as it's supposed to be, just, reach out to us, shoot us a message. We're happy to fix it if we missed anything. But there's a lot of moving parts here and we're just really excited about what we're producing and creating and just kind of taking things to the next level is always just such a fun experience. It's challenging, it's rewarding, but it's why we do what we do, which is fun. So thanks for hanging with me, you guys, and distracting me a little bit while my kiddos are gone. But if you guys are just hopping on with us, I wanted to let you guys know we have our course open right now. with special bonuses. Our mega course, it's our main course that we have. It's called Instabrand, and it's to teach you how to monetize your brand on Instagram specifically. Any avatar, any niche, any industry. We've worked with traditional network marketers, coaches, course creators, affiliate, all the way to brick and mortars, fitness studio owners, bookkeepers, CPAs, just anything you can think of that's more of a traditional business, because it's so powerful what you can do when you can actually get your brand monetized on Instagram. And it's just one of those things, you guys, it's here to stay. Short form video is how consumers are digesting content. So if you don't have it dialed in, and it's been one of those things where you know you need to do it, you just keep not doing it, then just do this with me. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. You're never going to be ready to learn this stuff. So what we're going to do is Abby's dropping the registration page for you guys. I see it on Instagram, and I think she put it on Facebook. What we're going to do is we have two options for you. You can just grab the course Instabrand, or, and I would recommend this, do Instabrand Platinum. Instabrand Platinum also gets you a 90-day boot camp with me, a live boot camp that I'm teaching. It starts tomorrow. It's going to be every week for 3 months. Everything's recorded, but I'm going to live teach you and hold you accountable, keep you on track, but answer all your questions, be able to give you my expertise to help you really dial in your niche and your content strategy, generating leads, the sales piece. All of that is going to be in that boot camp. If you've already bought Instabrand from us, we have a special link for you just to grab the boot camp. So you can go in the chat that we have, or you can just shoot us an email. We can get that for you. thegoldiggergirl@gmail.com is our email address. Yes. And the boot camp starts tomorrow. I'm super pumped about that. Yes. Is there anything I'm missing, you guys? I'm usually there's so many more things I have to say. I'm just shoot the shit. I've been wanting to come in here and say hi to you guys and go live for so long. I was actually you know what? I need to be more I need to have a schedule for that. So created a schedule. So now you'll see me regularly. Not every week, but you'll see me a lot. Also want to let you guys know, this is so freaking good. That's not what I wanted to let you know, but this is so good. Is our last webinar we did, Real Riches. So we can still get you guys the webinar for that. If you didn't get it, it's in my Stan store. It's everywhere. If you can't find it, where's the best way for them to get the link for Real Riches? We did that webinar on StreamYard. What we found with the way that people were registering, it was the final step. They weren't all making it over to StreamYard. So we are not going to do that anymore. I prefer StreamYard because I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook, as I mentioned. So what we're going to do is our next big event that we do, it's going to be inside of our Facebook group and probably all the future ones. So I'm going to invite you to come into that, especially if you're on Instagram and you are not in our Facebook community. We have it's 37,000 members in it. It's on Facebook. It's called Goal Digging Boss Babes. If you type that in, it should come up first. Our next event is going to stream live into the Facebook group. Okay. It's going to be another webinar we'll have in July. We'll have details for you guys soon. That will stream inside of the Facebook group. So if you're not already in there, make sure you're in there. If you're in there, just turn the notifications to all, because we don't overpost in there. So anything we put in there is just for that relevant information to make sure that you're locked and loaded. Okay. And lastly, don't forget to follow us over on YouTube. We're actually increasing our production frequency because we have found so much value in putting in those hands-on tutorial style videos where I can screen share and show you exactly how to set up your Stan store, how to make an awesome workbook in Canva, just, all those behind the scenes step-by-step, but also some key concepts that are important that I can't tell you in a 5-second reel. You're going to want to go to YouTube and browse our channel. Okay. So definitely go check that out as well. It's the Goal Digger Girl. Really, Goal Digger Girl, wherever you go, you'll find our stuff. Okay. All right. So that is enough of what I wanted to tell you guys today. Get yourself an Instabrand, get yourself in that boot camp. Listen, if you spend 3 months with me, a 90-day boot camp, we're going to get you all the way through the summer. We're going to keep you focused. We're going to keep you accountable. And at the end of the day, the goal is to 10x, if not 100x your investment. So think of it that way. It's an investment in your business to learn the things you need to monetize your brand on Instagram. Okay. So now you can see, Goal Digger, this is exactly what you need to level up when it comes to Instagram, to crush your Instagram game, to really start turning it into an ATM machine. for watching this, I have a gift for you. I have my B-roll Trello board. Abby helped me put it together. It's our famous Trello board. People love it. We actually sold it in a past event. So this is our first time giving it to you guys for free. In this B-roll Trello board, not only are we going to teach you what B-roll is, which is behind the scenes footage, it's how you can bring your reels to life and create scroll stopping content. We give you hundreds of examples and real life Instagram reels so you can look at them to mimic them for your own social media platform. So look below for that gift. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if this is helpful. Take a screenshot, throw it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. Would love to give you a shout out for watching and really appreciate you. I have a couple other videos you'll see here that make sense for you to take as a next step for this content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire.